how to use the imagination to manifest things into your physical reality. Let's get right to the point. There's two realities that are one whole reality. There's the inner reality, which is our thoughts. Now, if we hold these thoughts in our consciousness, okay, in our awareness, then it becomes a physical circumstance. That's the way spirit or thought works. Okay, it's a natural process. There's something on my, I had a long, is it a cat hair or dog hair? Yeah, who knows? Dog hair. Okay, but I digress. All right, you want to know more about how that works? Check out Thomas Trower's The Edinburgh Lectures on Mental Science. You can also check out Genevieve Behrend's book, Your Invisible Power. But let's get to it. So the imagination, which is a thought, held in the mind, though false, if persisted in, hardens into fact. So what I did there is I paraphrase a quote by Neville Goddard, which is an assumption, which is an idea. An assumption is an idea. It's a state of awareness, a state of consciousness. An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. And I like that quote because it shares the assumption, which is a non-physical thing. It's a soft thing. You can't touch it, it's soft. Hardens. Hardening means it's a form in physical circumstance. The same thing Thomas Trower is talking about. All right, so you can assume it, which is affirming it, or using self-talk. It's all the same thing. But I'm using those terms so you can, kind of like use it for yourself. There's certain terms that resonate more with us. It's kind of like Tetris. I'm using these words so they hit your mind, and the ones that resonate more deeply, they're the ones that fall down deep into your subconscious mind. So that's why I'm using these synonyms. But it's the same thing said in a different type of way. The second way to imagine is using the imagination faculty. Seeing things within. So you literally close your eyes, relax, completely relaxed. You can tell yourself, I am relaxed, or take a few deep breaths. 4 seconds in, hold it 6 seconds, exhale 6 seconds, or you can breathe in 4 and exhale 6 seconds. You can also do an intention. You can say, by the time I count to 0, I'm going to be in the perfect state to manifest. And so you'll completely relax. Your body will automatically start relaxing because you set the intention. And then you start creating images. Yes, you can visualize, all right? Think of a rose right now. Close your eyes, see a rose, see the red petals, see the leaves. Now create a little stem and hold it. And now bring it into, you can even poke yourself with the thorn, it might hurt a little bit. And then smell the rose. Or just smell the rose right now. You can't do all that, just smell a rose. That's an imagination. And you have to use your 5 senses in imagination. So use your imaginal touch, imaginal sight, imaginal smell, imaginal taste, imaginal hearing, and experience it. So like say for example, you want to get a promotion or you want to win something and see somebody congratulating you because you already won it. So you create a scene after the accomplishment. So you see somebody shaking your hand, hey, congratulations. You see them first person point of view, not like a movie, you're far away and you see a body, which is your body, and another body, and they're doing the thing. No. You literally see your imaginal hand shake the other person's hand. All right. That's how you do it. So for whatever it is, see yourself already with it. Genevieve Behrend, she counted $20,000 bills and then saw herself doing the thing that she would be doing with the money, with the $20,000, which was walking around Europe, which was being Thomas Trower's student. Seeing herself in a boat because she was traveling in Europe. Okay, she saw herself with the money, and she saw herself doing things that she would be doing with the money. Okay. And lastly, and my favorite, is an ask-formation. Neville Goddard shares this. he doesn't really emphasize it as like the primary thing, but he does say it in his books. Ask yourself, how would you feel if you already had your desire? Ask yourself, what would it feel like if you already had your desire? Ask yourself, how would it feel like if you have already achieved your goal? How would it feel if you accomplished your goal already? How would it feel? If it's money, how would it feel? If it's, a partner or just more sex in your life, how would it feel? If it's a marriage, how would it feel? If it's being healthy, maybe you can't walk right now, you're walking now, how do you feel now that you're walking? How do you feel now that you're healthy? How do you feel now that you're healthy, now you can do the thing that you weren't able to do? Like maybe be around your family or loved ones. How do you feel? How do you feel now that you're happy? That's pretty much all things people want. Health, wealth, love, and happiness. All right. And then you'll bring the sources to you, because when you're feeling like you already accomplished it, you're vibrating at that frequency. So you can only see things at that frequency, and you also attract things at that frequency. That's the law of attraction. That's how the law of attraction works. Okay? If something has not been developed, then you're using the law of growth to develop that thing, and then the law of attraction to attract the resources. Okay? I love it. You can use this for your body. The law of growth. You see yourself with muscles, you're gonna have to grow. Hey, Hachi. I just kicked my dog in the face. Because he's over here trying to hunt my cat. Yeah, so you're gonna have to literally grow. And guess what? You'll attract knowledge, you'll attract food, you'll attract money to get the things that you are required to have to build muscle and grow. Okay, and that's how life works. You have the vision, and then the avenues and the resources come, so you take those avenues. And it's joyful, and it's so easy because you're not in resistance. Okay, you're allowing things to happen. You're at a high vibration. You're in gratitude. You're in joy. Most importantly, you have faith and confidence in these laws. And if you don't got faith and confidence, that means you need to study more, read more. Okay, read quotes on faith, read quotes on manifesting, so that you begin to believe these ideas. Okay, and then you work from those ideas, because now you believe them. Okay, they're not just like an idea that you are thinking about. You're actually living from these ideas now. Okay, that's the same thing as an assumption. You assume the identity of having what you desire. So that's not thinking of it. Say for example, you want a soda. Okay, start with the easy stuff. You want a soda. So you're thinking of a soda. That's, you want a soda. You're thinking of it. But now you got to think from the point of already having it. I have a soda. I'm grateful I have a soda. An assumption, right here. There's no soda right here. An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Somebody might just knock on my door right now. Hey man, I had extra sodas. You want one? That's amazing how that shit works. It works like that. Okay? Just we need to be aware of this. We need to be aware of this law and how this operates. We are manifesting whether we like it or not. Whatever we're watching, listening, hearing, whatever we're saying, we're impressing it in our mind, okay? In our awareness. And if we keep impressing these ideas, it's going to harden into fact. It's going to come up. Okay? We think we have more than enough, we'll have more than enough. We think we have less than, we'll have less than. Okay. That's how it works. I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope you like this one. If you want more videos, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and until next time. Peace.